you guys got a chance to do it a couple of times? So, just one thing for you guys to think about. When you guys are past people's guard and want to establish, you never want to make yourself too kind of small, like too tiny, kind of contract yourself too much, because you can get tossed kind of quite easy. Somebody can just grab you and toss you. Doesn't mean he's going to be able to trip you, but it means that he's going to make you strong. You're going to have to put your arms out. When you put your arms out, somebody can start digging moves against us. So the key for us when you're in the top position, try to make yourself almost like a blanket. Sprawl yourself a little bit more, get yourself a little bit wider. If somebody grabbing you, don't let the guy grab you like this. Make sure he grabs you like that. Now you gotta try to lift something really far away. That's a very smart strategy for a small person. They have to be dealing with somebody bigger. So anytime you deal with a bigger opponent, don't make yourself too compact. Wide yourself, make yourself wide. So anytime you're gonna move, anytime you're gonna put your hands on the ground, put your hands on the ground and always find face. When you guys put your hands on the ground, be careful of this. Put fingers too much, holding the finger, that can be very, very kind of detrimental to your fingers. Every time somebody shows you, you have to put your hand on the ground. Start with the heel, with the palm, and make sure that the hands, you can crawl with your hands. If you go like this, try to catch yourself or do anything, be careful every time. This can be a very tough. Anybody ever got a little jam finger trained jiu-jitsu? Anybody ever got a little jam finger? So make sure that a couple things. Never do this. Never cross your fingers. When you try to grab something, always like this, monkey grip. Anytime you train somebody, be gentle. Be like this. You cup behind your feet. You might imagine your hands as a hook. Always a hook. Never as something that you want to grab it. Be careful to grab it because that's where you're really going to stick. A little stick thing over there, a little jam your thing. So if you're in the bottom position, or if you're in the top, you want to keep yourself on the ground. Put your hand like this, like that. Very relaxed. If you have to move, you can make yourself wider. So don't you ever try to reach to the ground. You always park right here. This bit going to give you a more flexibility. Other things, avoid to stretch your arms too much. Don't ever let the joints too straight. That's a way to prevent injuries. Remember, we can get hurt to do jiu-jitsu. A lot of things just because you try to extend somebody they push a little bit. Sometimes you put weight on your hand, somebody try to move your arm, and you can hyperextend your own joint. So when you put your hand on the ground, do it like this. When you try to move, you always relax. Like this, somebody try to move, you relax. The key for you guys to do on the top, blanket, not a stiff body. Any more advanced guys here that have been doing jiu-jitsu for a long time knows that we can get hurt pretty bad when it's too stiff. When you kind of try to open up. So the key for jiu-jitsu is for you guys to be very soft, very friendly, very mild, and accommodate yourself. You have to be like water. You just have to flow. You cross body against somebody. Let the guy feel your weight. Not by squeezing him, but by relax. And with this, you make the guy move. When you move, you counter attack. The key of jiu-jitsu is for you guys never think about the present move, but what you're going to do after somebody tries to push you. What you're going to do after somebody tries to pass your guard. How are you going to be? You want to be stiff? Too stiff? Or you just want to be relaxed and let the guy waste his time? The best option, always be relaxed. Prevent injuries, build longevity, and you can mimic yourself 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. Imagine you growing old in jiu-jitsu. We all be 30s maybe, 40, 30s, but the road is pretty young. So 28. Well, eventually we're going to get 40, 45, 50. You get there, eventually get it. And if you keep training just too hard, put it on too much, the problem at 50 years old, we can perform jiu-jitsu in a way, but it's hard to recuperate. So if you get a little injury, if you get sore, or if you get tired, then once you get tired, the little guy doesn't get tired. The little guy keeps coming. So you should never try to match energy against younger people. You should never try to match too much power. So what you do, you just get accustomed to play. You come to jiu-jitsu and you pretend that you only have 20%. You pretend that you only have 30% of your power. So every move that you do, instead you commit yourself with a super powerful move, just move. Move again, 20, 30%. Well, guess what? Down the road, that's what you're going to have. When you get older, when Grandmaster Eddie was 90s, 100%. At 9 years old, you'll be lucky if you'll be walking. He was 9 years old on the mat. 92, he tried to kick my butt. So it's very important for us to mimic, hey, the day I'm going to get there, I have to understand leverage. I want to understand perfect leverage. Imagine we here as a normal person, anybody who sign up for the school, you come here for the academy, you want to train Jiu-Jitsu. If I tell you guys, hey, let's go outside, guys, we got a car, the parking lot spot over there, let's go move the car. We all want to grab the car, we all want to try to move the car. You're going to try to move somehow. A brand new guy is going to move the car like this. A guy who's already been doing Jiu-Jitsu for a little bit, he's going to try to do it like that. A guy who's not understand Jiu-Jitsu, you slide a jack and you lift. So we got to learn the jack, and the jack is so easy to learn. The only thing you got to do is control here your disposition, control your strength, control your guts that you want to go. Trim down. When you guys come for class, every class you guys doing, make sure you repeat those moves by the book until you get exhausted. You don't want to do it anymore. Somebody tells you to do 10 times, do 20. Because you want to build a muscle memory. When the muscle memory starts kicking in, you can start using better jiu-jitsu. You can start understanding more about the mechanic, and you build longevity. All your students want to build the next safety. Everybody can progress safely. Instead, only the top guys want to survive. You come here, and you see Dave, that big dude over there, and you say, man, I got to beat Dave for me to get somewhere. No, he trains like a little guy. He can play on top of you, he plays like a little guy. Rob, the same way you go there to school, you don't yank guys, you don't drop guys on the stomach, you don't do that kind of stuff. Because we've been accustomed, we've been spoiled with finesse. And how you guys can achieve that? We can all achieve that. Every single one. We can see our guys, the guys who train in our group of guys, they get used to finesse early, and this allows you to understand jiu-jitsu way early, and allow you to kick way later too, because you don't have to quit. You don't have to think, oh man, I'm 50 years old, I cannot perform anymore. That guy comes to the mat and he's like, I can do very good in the first 10 minutes, but when I get out, he starts giving a hard time. So what you do as a black belt, you don't guess out. You don't play head toe to toe. You slow down and you play only your favorite mechanics, only the moves that you perfect away, only the position that you understand. And like that, you don't have to panic, you don't have to fight. But anyway, did I answer the question I have gone on?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and bring some other problems.
Yes, sir.